Let's go. Everybody important here already. And Musty as well. Nice water. I don't know how alive the PTR is. So this is gonna be an experiment. See if we can find a game. If not, I'll just go to my low MMR account on the current patch. I'm just giving it a go. See how active they are. So far, it doesn't seem like they are very active. Because I'm playing my placement matches and I'm searching for quite a while here already. That's not a good sign. 2-minute queue time in my third placement match? I think it doesn't make any sense to play ladder on the PTR. Yeah, it's even less active than Stormgate, that's true. Let's not be ridiculous. Yeah, okay, I think we're gonna swap again. This is already such a bad queue time, I think it's gonna get worse and worse. And like, my games are gonna be quite inconsistent, like, I think I'm gonna play against, something is going on here with my keys. Why does it always tap me out of the game? Hello? I don't think this guy is gonna be super high. Let's put it that way.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Move it.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I like the way that these maps work at first sight, because they go away from the usual expansion pattern. I actually like that a lot.
Bad news.
Additional supply depots required.
I think that's pretty cool. Like, usually it's always linear base, third base triangle for Terran.
Minerals.
So you have like a linear base, you have like a normal like triangle third. But like, this is not really like the triangle, there's a lot of that airspace here first of all. But what makes this different is like the base over here. So like the distance from my natural to the triangle, or not the triangle, to the linear base is actually longer than the distance to this base. That makes the map already pretty unique. I like that. I don't know what it means for balance, but I've always said that I don't like maps. I feel like all the maps are kind of the same. They always kind of follow the same like expansion pattern basically. And that's what I don't like the most about the maps. I mean, standard maps are fine, but it's kind of boring to have always the same like pattern. It's like the closest third base you have is either the triangle or the linear base. But on this map,
Command center upgrade.
the linear base is actually your fifth base because of how far away it is to your natural. So that's already interesting for sure. Now I'm not sure if this is actually what you want in the game necessarily. Like I said, I don't know what impact it really has
Not enough minerals.
to the balance having the maps lay
Not
out like
enough
that.
energy. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay, maps and yeah, I mean some of them were pretty ridiculous obviously. So you can't like all of them. But you get the point. I don't want to have like super weird maps. I want to have like fair, like playable maps, standard maps. But the standard map should be different. The standard map should be not like the same triangle linear setup all the time. Like Ghost River or Blackburn, for example, they had different layouts, but they were terrible, honestly.
Add-on complete.
I hope they're gonna get rid of Golden Aura. Not Golden Aura. Ghost River. I think it's a terrible layout for a map because it's super defensive. But it's different. But it's like one example of like it being different, but it's like just super annoying because it's like promotes camping basically. A map like
Command
Ghost
center
River,
upgrade
like it
complete.
really promotes camping more than anything. So I don't like the map because of that.
Not enough minerals.
This one seems pretty cool so far. This one doesn't seem to be promoting camping whatsoever.
Additional supply
It
depots.
seems like chaos.
I can't build here.
But I think that's not a bad thing necessarily.
Be ready.
I like chaotic maps.
What? You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
So this one, my first impression, not bad. It seems like a fun map to play on.
Ready for dust off.
Like this map seems like legitimate, just fun.
No.
I like larger maps. This one seems to be a larger map. I actually like that. I like the fact that they are larger. I don't really have a problem with it. I think it's fine.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Like larger maps also mean that you can drop a little bit better
Additional
against
supply
Protoss, for
depots
example.
required.
Like if the map is too small, they can always just easily defend everything basically. So this map being
Flight talk.
slightly larger is really awesome, I think.
Waiting on you. Now what?
SCV ready. Ben, what's going on?
Somebody get me out of this mess.
I think this is not a fair match, is it?
SCV
We're
ready.
doing very well so far.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, I think this is a macro map. My hands are pretty cold today,
Additional supply
for some
depots
reason.
required.
I'm
Insufficient
wearing 2
Vespene
hoodies
gas.
right now,
Not enough. Insufficient Vespene gas.
but I'm also not known to turn on the heat when it's not really cold.
Better be good.
And it's not really cold.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Unacceptable.
Hopefully my hands are gonna heat up a little.
Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough.
You want a piece of me, boy? Want some? SCV ready. I can't build here.
Ready for
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
talk to
Go, go!
I mean, he's at least defending somewhat.
life flights here.
He's not giving up.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. We could use some help here.
Add-on complete. Additional supply depots required.
Waiting.
Engineering at your disposal. Ready for service.
SCV ready. It's about to get heavy. You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah, maps usually don't really make that big of a difference. So patches are more exciting.
Waiting.
Go, go, go!
Research.
Gangway, coming through.
Oh, there's a shield battery or whatever.
What's going
Our SCVs are under attack.
You want a piece of me, boy? Go ahead.
Research.
I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV
Ready for dust.
Upgrade complete.
by the number. Been waiting.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me orders?
I have so much supply.
Research complete.
Been waiting. Give up! Go, go, go! This better be
Juicy connections.
way. Coming through. Ready to plunder.
Additional supply depots.
No patch is not live. It's PTR. Thanks Montion for the resub. But I'm having difficulties finding games on the PTR, so I think I'll swap to normal ladder games. I don't really want to play like custom games on stream a lot of times. I like to play more just ladder. I really like ladder, so I prefer that when I'm streaming, but if the ladder is just not active, then I have to go on the other patch. It's also one of the issue with the PTR. It's like kind of hard to get people to play the patch because the patch is not really that big. There isn't really many changes. Well, there are many changes, but they're not as impactful. And I don't like playing with high ping as well. And the ping on this seems to be pretty high. I kind of want to have a look at the maps though. So this map, for example, it seems like the most standard layout again.
Not enough.
That's always the first thing I look at when it comes to the maps. It also seems
Not
fairly
enough
big.
minerals.
But like you have a natural,
enough
you have a
minerals.
triangle, you have a linear base.
SCV ready. Huh?
Not enough minerals.
But this one has a double ramp,
Not
so it
enough
has like more
minerals.
high grounds and stuff.
Not enough minerals.
So at the first look, like this one doesn't look bad either. Looks like a fun map as well because it has some high grounds again, which we didn't have in the current map pool that much. Like maybe on Side
Additional
Delta, but
supply depots required.
pretty much the only map where we have like some high and low
Not
grounds.
enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
This one, like you start off at a double cliff basically, so
SCV ready.
you go down a ramp, then you go down another ramp, but then you go up a ramp again. It's definitely kind of cool, I think. And then the other thing that you always wonder is where can Reapers jump in? Cool. Here obviously, and that's it. That seems fine as well. I don't know how Prolosses can wall on these maps. We'll have to see about that. It looks like they can wall, but not like that easily on this map.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Ah! What? In the rear with the big job, huh? Man,
Not enough minerals.
Building SCC. He's going double gas.
in the rear with the gear. Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, it's cool. If they are a fan of me,
Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
just cool.
What's going?
I don't really like talking in the in-game chat.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
Okay, we're
minerals.
gonna get the factory up right now. He's going the double gas route.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
We're just gonna put the marine here. Pay attention to the minimap. Maybe if he jumps up, I can punish him. We'll have to wait and see.
SCV ready.
We play on green, by the way. The white color on this map is really annoying. Honestly, the colors on these maps are kind of irritating a little bit. I think this actually looks better, because I can see my stuff better, you know. I'm actually having trouble seeing things without the color intensity being on very high. Or perhaps we should just go back to medium, because I'm playing commentary games anyways. So maybe we just go back to medium settings. No, come on, hopefully nothing happens. Oh, of course something happens when I... Of course.
Command center up.
Of course. The moment I change my graphic settings, he jumps into my main base with the Reapers. Kills a Marine, kills an SCV, but that's it. Nothing else. Really not a big deal.
Add-on complete.
I don't have a donation button, I don't want to receive donations from people. Oh, he's a Naga Tower boy. It's always a mistake to put the unit in the Naga Tower. Well, this one actually is somewhat useful. Not a lot, but somewhat. I'll take the other one just to see if I can find him somewhere.
SCV ready. Gangway coming through. Nothing I can't handle.
Add-on complete.
Kind of pushing him away from Naga Towers. Oh. I guess that means I can jump into the base because there's nothing
Not
here
enough
then.
minerals.
This better be good. SCV ready. Reaper man. Where? What's it worth? Done. Ready to roll out. Gangway coming through. SCV ready.
Looks fantastic.
Big job, huh?
I'll just get a single Raven this game.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Fueled up, ready to go. Show me who you want it. Wait. SCV ready. Enemy contact. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Who wants some? SCV ready.
Okay.
SCV ready. In the rear.
SCVs can get stuck here.
Ready. SCV taking some fire.
Command center update.
Ready to plunder. Ready to plunder.
Talk to
Been waiting. You gonna give me
A Raven for the medevacs. Probably worth it. Though not something I was looking forward to.
Huh? What's going on? SCV ready.
The bot is talking. Yeah, I never updated the bot then.
Additional supply depots required.
Big job.
Additional supply depots required.
I disabled the
Complete.
donations
Additional
because, like,
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Germany
Not
takes too
enough
much money
minerals.
from it.
Ready to roll out.
If you donate money to my
Additional
stream,
supply
especially if you
depots
donate
required.
like a big amount, then it's even not worse, but like then it's
Go ahead.
not as pleasant.
I can't build
Research.
I don't receive everything
enough.
taxed and stuff, and I feel like for donations it's like so stupid that I have to
Not
like
enough
pay
minerals.
tax, you know.
What's up?
So when you donate me like $100, I get a very small amount out of that, not even half.
Bad news. Ready?
Even though it's like a
Not enough
tip, you could
minerals.
say.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
So it's really not worth it. I mean, I'm still gonna get something, but I feel like it's just kind of
Base
stupid.
is under attack. Additional
don't like
supply
it.
depots required. Additional supply depots
Go, go, go. SCV ready.
required. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
More than 50%.
Insufficient.
Ready for dust
Yeah, on
off.
everything in total. It's a little bit more complicated.
Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Gangway.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
I'm always trying to stay at like certain limits, you know. It's like, for example, as a self-employed in Germany, you can earn like 9,000 euro per year for free. You don't have to pay taxes on like the first 9,000 euro you earn or whatever. So I can earn like 9,000 a year, and then I don't have to pay taxes, for instance. Actually, that's quite a lot.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
The F2 stim here is really good because there's like so many random units that come in and help
Not enough minerals.
work together.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
So then on every additional penny I earn, I have to pay like the full amount of tax, you know. And that's like the issue.
SCV ready.
Not enough
Because at some point there's more and more tax that are gonna, like,
Not enough
not just the
minerals.
income tax, but also the value added tax, then
Ready for dust off.
it's another tax and another one, and
What's up?
let's not talk about it, but it's more than 50% on donations, yes.
Ready for dust
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
The more you earn, the more taxes you have to pay, basically. And I'm in the category where I get screwed over.
Not enough minerals.
If I just earn a little bit too much money,
Command center
gonna
upgrade
have like an
complete.
increase in that
Mineral
money
field
in tax that is like quite ridiculous.
This ought to be ready to plunder. Enemy contact. This better be good.
Add-on.
Go, go, go.
Upgrade complete.
Tax incentive. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's not talk
Insufficient
about tax
Vespine
because
gas.
it's like
Upgrade.
I'm from Germany, you might be from different countries or whatever.
What's going on?
So it's like different everywhere, of course, and
Insufficient Vespine.
like not one of these topics that you can really talk about when everybody is like from a different country, you know.
Insufficient Vespine.
There's some Germans here, that there's some Americans, there's some Russians, there's some whatever.
Can't hold them alone.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
We could use some help here.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable command.
This better be good.
Mineral field depleted.
Can't hold
Gotta win candidates. On prize money, I don't pay 50%. If I win a tournament, it's a little different. On prize money, I pay the least amount, basically. Still, because you only pay the increased taxes for the part of your total income that falls into the specific bracket. But I mean, from what country are you? Like, are you German? Germany. I know how my business works. There's nothing I can do about it. I've talked to other streamers about it as well. Yeah. How do you like that new map? That one seems okay. It seems like a very standard map. Like really standard. We could have a look at the new maps. 120 supply block? Me or what? How are they even called here? Can I? So these are the maps. Oh yeah. It works. Oh no, it doesn't. Top plate, I guess. Are these the maps? God damn it. Let's start with this one. Yes, I'm gonna be at home for a cup. Takes a little bit of time to host them. So this one is the one I just played. No, so like the important things is this is a little bit smaller map, but I don't really want to go too much into detail. This looks kind of annoying because it looks like the protoss can easily wall this off. I never understand this. This looks like one of those Reaper cliffs where they just gonna put like 2 buildings like this and then pylon over here. And then they can hide the attack over here. I never understand that. Oh, you can jump up here as well. Okay, never mind. This is good. You can jump up here as well. Perfect. So there's Reaper paths, which is always important. You can get your scouting. The natural is kind of open. And yeah, it's pretty standard, isn't it? Like linear base, triangle base. Ah, it's the one with the gold base. Yeah, that makes it a little bit more unique. The gold base with a rock, so you can't take it that easily as a third. That makes it like more interesting for sure. I don't know. It has a lot of rocks in the middle. You can't actually enter the middle of the map, so if you like drop a unit here, you can contain the gold base pretty easily. But I don't think there's much to say about the map. Yeah, there really isn't so much to say about this one. I can't really make any assumptions, but it seems okay. Snowpiercer. This one. It's always hard to like go through scenarios in theory on maps, so I don't really want to say too much. I'm just happy if the map is like, if the Reapers can jump up in locations. And yeah, then I'm just looking at the general base layout, but it's very hard to like talk in depthly about like, oh my god, is this good for PvZ or whatever. Because honestly, I don't even know what map would be good against Protoss, for instance. I don't know what makes like a good TVP map, for instance. Like, that map seemed fine because it didn't have many bases. Like, for example, this map seems a lot more difficult against Zerg. It doesn't have that many bases. In fact, it only has 6. Actually, maybe then it's fine. But they are very spread, in fact. But this one seems like a smaller map, so I think it's okay. This map seems like a shitty one. I can already see this one being a little bit of a shittier map, but maybe good for Terran, because it only has 6 bases. So totaling against Zerg is definitely going to be an option. Like, I cannot, like, this base, the Zerg can never take. So what if I just take natural, and then I go here, and then I go to the bottom, you know? I never take this base, because Zerg can't take it anyways. Because like, it's right here in my main base. So I think this one is the shit map. Which is good for Terran. Like, I can see this one being good for Terran and TVZ. Just because of what I said. Like, you can ignore this base, because you have a high ground here. Like, you can ignore this base, because Zerg can never take it. And then you only have, like, 5 bases that you need to expand on. And that should be possible. Especially because there's a high ground here. Yeah. Seems like a good map for Terran, I would just assume. And against Protoss, it's a little bit similar, I would guess, but I'm not sure. All in all, in TVZ, it's easier to talk about balance. This one seems like the shit map. Ley lines. Let's have a look at that one. No. Ah, the one that we just played, isn't it? So that's the one that we just played 2 games ago. Pretty sure. Take a quick look at that one. So this one we have just played. I said I liked it because it has a different layout. And yeah, I guess that's still the truth. Like, there's some paths for the Reaper. But yeah, you don't have like a standard 3 base. Like, you don't have the standard triangle linear base layout. Because in this case, this base with the rich gas is the closest. Like, this one is further away. So like, the distance to the linear base is actually quite long. So I think this map, just looking at it because of that, and it has a good amount of bases, and it even has another center base. This could be a great map, I think. This map, at first look, has some rich gas, which I don't think is that, like, impactful, really. It's, like, better than having gold bases. Looking at this one, seems like a great map. First look. Like I said, we can't really go too much in detail. I don't want to do that anymore. Theorycraft doesn't work that well on maps, at least. I feel like I can't really make great assumptions, honestly. Except the one that we just watched, the Snowpiercer map there. That one is shit. That one is probably gonna be shit. If they put that in a map pool, I can already see like Zergs whining, and in general, it just doesn't seem like a pleasant map. I don't understand why like they even consider putting a map in with 6 bases only. 6 bases is too little. It isn't really suitable, I think. 6 bases is way too little. And then one of them can never be taken. Yeah, I don't know what they are thinking about that. It's that one definitely isn't gonna go through, right? If all of them go through, I don't know, but I would hope that like more maps go through. Because there's only 6, and I don't know. Okay, this one I haven't seen yet. So once again, this map is a little bit different, but not much. Like the triangle base, like you have more dead airspace over here, and you have like a base that is somewhat like protecting. So like you have a triangle base, but it's not really a triangle. It's like, cause like it's like an uneven triangle, if you know what I mean. Like usually it's like a very straight triangle, So if you take this expansion, you cover your main base, that airspace. But on this map, you take your triangle third and you still have a lot of that airspace. This map in general has like it seems like good for dropping and stuff. So much that airspace here. This one seems like another more straightforward and boring map. Not sure what to say about this one. Seems okay. Seems okay. Not really much to say about them, though. Seems okay. Ultra Love we just played. And El Dorado. Oh, how do we even have like a map that is considered in the map pool that is called El Dorado? Like, nobody wants to play on a map that's called El Dorado. Like, how old are we? Like 12 or? It sounds like the name of like a child that creates like his first Battle.net account and chooses a nickname. I'm gonna name myself El Dorado. And this one is the weird map. I've seen it in one case already. So you have like a layout that is just mirrored, but like not a layout that is mirrored diagonally. It's more like vertically mirrored. You have mineral patches. I need to know how much they have. I think 5 minerals, right? Gold base with minerals on them. Is that 5 as well? Okay, there's some more stuff to figure out here. You know, I never liked these kind of maps with like the minerals and stuff. 10, okay, 10 and 10. Oh, that makes it hard to take here, this expansion. 10 is a lot, actually. 10 here is fine. 5 in the middle? I don't understand that. Why is it 5 over here? You can just mine this and get access to this. I don't understand why here it's 5 and here it's 10, 10. This should be 10 as well, maybe. Because if there's only 5 here, it's not a strategic decision to mine this out. You just mine it out with your scouting SCV or like scouting probe or whatever. So I never understand that. So yeah, on this map, looking at it first sight, I can see potential. I can definitely see some potential in that map here. It's yeah, it seems okay. Honestly, I can see it being like played. I would like to try it. You have space. I actually don't have much space in your base, but that's fine. You can build stuff here. Honestly, this is a map I would give it a go. Like if I compare it to other maps that are weird, like what are the other maps that are weird that we used to have? What is in the current map pool the weird map? Like Amphion, garbage. Honestly, Amphion really frustrating to play on. What else do we have? Amphion, I think it is. Dynasty, garbage map as well. Dynasty is really bad. What else do we have? Dynasty and Amphion are these like the weird post-youth, yeah. Post-youth, those are the 3 like maps. Post-youth I like. As a Terran. But like my first assumption, this seems like a fun map, yeah. This seems like a fun map. I don't mind it. This seems like a fun one. Like there's some plays that we can make on this map. Like we can take the gold base from the back. We can take this as a third, and then we already have like a 4 base setup, but we don't have the gas, so you can't like turtle that easily. But like you can also like choose to expand differently. Like you can leave the minerals closed here and just expand to the bottom. I like this. So what would be my first impression and my first like score that I would give these maps? This map, let me try and remember. So this is the first one we looked at. This one, pretty standard-ish. Not terrible, like, let's say 7 out of 10. First impression, like 7 out of 10, it's okay. This one is less than 5 out of 10. Terrible map, I think. 6 bases only, really easy to camp in TVZ. I can see this one. You know why I rate this as a terrible map? It might be a Terran map, but I think this is one map that just gets vetoed all the time. And I never understand, why do you have maps, like weird maps in the map pool? Why do weird maps, why don't they work in StarCraft, right? Why don't they work in StarCraft, like the weird maps? It's very simple, because they just get vetoed every time. So if you put like imbalanced maps or like weird maps, which are usually imbalanced, they just get vetoed all the time and you never see that map. Like I can go to any tournament right now. What was the most recent tournament here? The online cup here. Let me see. Like I can go to any like cup, like the Lily Cup or however it was called. What was the cup they hosted the other time where MaxPax won against Rogue in the finals here? Like I just open up like the most recent like tournament that was somewhat bigger, and what do we see in this tournament? Look at the maps. Look at this. So out of like 68 maps, 86 maps, one time post youth. One time! And that was in a ZVZ or what? In a mirror, in a ZVZ. So like great, post youth might be a different map, it might be whatever, like different than the others. But it gets played 1 out of like 90 times. It's essentially like we're playing in a map pool that has 1 less map, and that's why I don't like it. These maps just get insta-vetoed all the time. Same with like Crimson Court here even. There might be some bigger examples. I don't know really, are there bigger examples? Like if we go to... man, there's so much add-on Wikipedia, it's annoying. What are like the bigger cups that we have? Are there any like big tournaments? The one here, this one maybe, but this one is like the same size as the one that we just looked. So another tournament, just random sample size. Where is the statistics, man? Ads everywhere in Wikipedia, it's so annoying. Where is the statistics? There's no statistics here. They're hiding it from us. Huh? There's literally no statistics for that map. Tournament, I mean. That's unfortunate. Esports World Cup. Let's go with Esports World Cup. If I can navigate here in the Wikipedia with like how much ads there are, it's super annoying. I just go to the Esports World Cup. Map statistics. Post Youth 6 times, Dynasty 6 times, Amphion 10 times. 10 times is okay, but like less than 10%. And here it's even like 5%, basically. It's like less than... It's like closer to like 5% than 10%. This one is like 7.5-ish, I guess. This one is like getting close to like... getting close to that. Actually, it's below 5%. I just did the math in my head. This one is below 5%. Below 5% post-youth. And then closer to like 8% Amphion and Ghost River. So we have a map pool that consists of 9 maps. Out of these 9 maps, we have played 150 roughly. Maps in total, and the only maps that are played like more than 20 times or close to 20 times, I guess. So what does it mean? Well, our map pool consists of Elsa-1, Crimson Curd, Golden Aura, Oceanborn, and Side Delta. And 4 other maps are essentially like not really played because they get vetoed all the time. So that reduces like the map pool to like 5, and that's why I don't like weird maps and imbalanced maps, and I think that's what this one is, Snowpiercer. This one seems like a map that we just want to veto. It's gonna be one of those maps. So bad map in my opinion. This one gets the worst score. Let's say less than 5 out of 10. It's just my first impression, so I don't know. This one, yeah, that was the one I liked the most. So this map I like the most. I'll give it an 8, 9 out of 10. Seems like this could be a great map. This one, I'll give that one pretty standard, a little bit better than the first one we looked at, I think. This was a little bit more unique, a little bit more leaning towards the veto scenario. This one seems more standard, 8 out of 10, fine. This one seems pretty straightforward, you can't really argue against it. It's also like an 8 out of 10. And this one, it's a weird map, but honestly I would give it a 8 out of 10 as well, like good impression. I can't really like talk, like with the score I mean I like this one the most I think. And then these 3 maps, they all seem pretty good as well. This one is okay, this one is absolutely probably gonna be garbage. So that's my first like impression of these maps. Okay, I need to run a couple ads. I'll search in the meantime. What if we make every map weird and imbalanced? Yeah, I mean, that would be a way to... yeah, I mean, that would be fine. That'd be fine. But I think, like, everybody would go riot if that was the case, you know? Like, pros would lose their mind or something, I don't know. No, this is the PTR, it's on the American server. But unfortunately, not many people play the PTR, so I think we can't really play ladder here. I'm just testing it. Have like a first impression of the maps. We just talked a little bit about the maps. Okay, so this one was the map that was okay. A little bit weird, but also not really creative. Probably not the most amazing map. Like this map, if I'm looking at a map like this, I genuinely think it's like a map I could like produce myself, you know? Like if I went to the map editor and I made like a map, it can probably look like this. It's really not a very creative map, at least. In terms of creativity, I think this map is not that amazing. It's just really standard. Like, it's a good map, but really not much to it.
Additional supply depots.
Gold base here, but it has a rock, so that kind of makes the gold not as useful anymore.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Big job.
What map are you talking about? Well, the one that we're literally playing on, as you can see. Isn't that obvious?
SCV ready.
Ah, no, wait, you're talking about the guy in the chat. But he also is referring to this map, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that obvious?
SCV ready. Big job.
Honestly, I don't know how much I like the rock. It kind of prevents imbalance, I guess, so I'm not sure.
What's going on?
I think it kind of restricts me in my creativity, you know? So I don't like it because of it.
In the rear.
I think instead of a rock here, I would have preferred like minerals like it is on the other map.
Command center upgrade complete.
If this map had like minerals here, I think it'd be actually pretty neat. But like the fact it has like a freaking like rock, it makes it really tough to like use this like gold base, you know? So I can only really take that gold as a fourth base. And that's what makes it quite bad, like quite useless. Like fourth base gold is nice, but also it doesn't really help you that much. Like third base is like completely different. If we get a third this early on, that'd be really neat, but
Huh? God,
freaking like base like that, I'm not sure about it. Doesn't really seem like the most useful, basically. Like you can't really come up with like some amazing strats that you've never seen before. Just gonna be nice because you don't have to make as many SCVs when you finally take it as your fourth base.
Not enough minerals.
I guess I could try and take it as my third. It might not be impossible. Like these are the things that we want to try out.
what's going on?
But all in all, I feel like this map is just missing something. It seems kind of meh.
Command center.
Not bad, but also doesn't really have anything amazing going for itself.
Ready for action. Cyclone SCV ready.
Put Marines here against the Oracle if it's coming. That's the Stargate, by the way.
Add-on.
SCV ready.
Not enough
The noob
minerals.
eyes didn't catch that. It's a Stargate.
Comms open. Get from
Phoenix opening. Okay, with a Stalker, I think that's always a little weird. Shield battery, but remember, overcharge doesn't exist anymore. So that's pretty nice. We'll love to know overcharge.
Not enough.
So we can do
minerals.
tank pushes. One thing I don't like about the overcharge thing,
Not enough minerals.
is it really like possible for Protoss to defend like tank pushes?
Not enough minerals.
Can they defend tank pushes? I think it's pretty harsh for them, you know? Like, removing that entirely
Not enough.
seems kind of harsh.
Not enough minerals.
I just don't see, like, maybe I'm just
Not enough
dumb because I'm a Terran or whatever. But I think I don't really see the benefit of the energy overcharge. If I have a bunch of, like,
Not
stim
enough
bio,
minerals.
you're just gonna die, my friend. Doesn't matter if you have, like, a sentry with, like, 100 energy more. Like, what would you prefer? Like, a sentry with 100 energy? Or, like,
Not enough
a
minerals.
sentry with 100 energy or overcharge? And I think the answer would always be overcharge. There's no way anyone against this tank push here, anyone wants to have like the
Not enough minerals.
energy. The energy seems kind of not as useful, basically. So I think tank pushes are probably going to be quite nice to be utilizing.
Not enough
Phoenix
minerals.
charge builds could also be quite nice to be utilizing.
Add-on complete.
And I can just make a missile turret here. Oh mine, I don't have stim yet.
Research complete.
Come on.
Research.
Already had charge. I felt like that was pretty. Oh, I can't salvage my thing. I didn't expect he would already have charge. That was my bad. I attacked without stim, so it kind of sucked. Anyways, we can just macro up and do another attack.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oh, it's on.
Ready for dust off.
Add-on.
Okay, we macroed up. Let's do another
Insufficient
attack
SP
already.
gas.
Let's have a blast.
Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough minerals.
It's about to get heavy.
Research complete. Not
Yeah, if I
enough
had stim
minerals.
in that first skirmish immediately, that would have been a lot better for us, I feel like.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, there's a lot of units. Let's be careful.
Ready for dust off.
I just take out the rock here and be in a fine position, I suppose.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Not enough.
So here it's actually nice. I can take the gold. So maybe it's not as bad as I first thought. I can just take the gold here.
Ready for dust off.
And I mean, the gold is always going to be amazing as a third. There's no denial. I need to attack before they have Colossus, by the way.
Mineral
If he gets Colossus out, I'm in trouble.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not
Oh,
enough
yeah, there's a
minerals.
Naga tower here. Huh. That's a lot of zealots. Okay, I think that trade was good,
Mineral
but we
field
need to back
depleted.
off.
Ready for dust off.
And I'm actually afraid of
Not enough minerals.
Colossus, actually. Or maybe not. I don't really know.
Not enough minerals.
Am I afraid of Colossus?
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Ready for
I think the
dust
moment I see a Colossus, I have to go
Mineral
away.
field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Yeah, no overcharge, so this is the first time in the game, I guess, where it's really nice.
Not
But yeah, he
enough.
never had Colossus. I had a lot more time than I thought I had. I thought I was in a rush, but like he was nowhere near at Colossus. So we just kind of walked over him. Sick diamond. I think my build order was not like the cleanest, you know, it wasn't amazing. Like without battery, you can use the snowball effect even to greater effect, you know. Like what you want to do is like you get a big clump of bio. And then even if they have like Colossus or whatever, it's going to be hard for them to hold on without overcharge. It's really about hitting those timings. I'm also thinking a little bit about mech, but I think in TVP it has no use basically. Because the only thing that really changed is the blue flame, right? I'm not missing anything. Well, they also... Wait! There's one thing I wanted to test about mech. I actually thought about that today when I was walking with the dog. I was thinking about the Thor. Is it now good against carriers? Perhaps?
Not enough minerals. Not enough
With the
minerals.
new splash mode, is it
Not
like
enough
with the
minerals.
stronger splash? Can it actually like shoot down interceptors? Perhaps like liberators do?
Not
That would
enough
change some
minerals.
things, because one of the main weaknesses with mech is just carriers.
Not enough.
They just build carriers and you have no counter to
Not
them.
enough minerals.
SCV ready.
But if it can shut down like the frickin' interceptors easily, that's like the issue with mech.
Additional supply
That'd be
depots.
great. Further? Yeah, but the range is not an issue because the interceptors, they fly towards you, so it's even a good thing because they will target the interceptors and not the carriers themselves. So in that case, it'd be a good thing if that's how it works. By the way, today's stream will also not be the longest.
SCV ready.
I just say that and then we get raided. Thanks to the raid to Showtime.
SCV ready.
I'm still gonna be here for another hour, so it should be fine.
SCV ready.
There's also Roddy streaming later today, so maybe we can pass over the raid later on to him.
News?
That works too.
What's going on? Big job, huh?
But I do want to try something in the unit tester
Not enough minerals.
after this game.
In the rear with the gear.
Command center. Not enough minerals. Our SCVs.
Kind of I should play for late game here.
The Grim Reaper has
Come on.
arrived.
Don't be a clown, man. Don't be a clown. Don't do that at home, boys.
Not enough minerals.
I should actually play for late game here.
Not enough minerals.
Because,
Not enough minerals.
the Liberator, we want to try the Lib, don't we?
Not enough minerals.
What about the Liberator? Let's give it a try. So play like a build that you usually don't see anymore.
SCV ready.
Or we get a probe that's already too much damage, man.
Big job.
I wish I went standard triple CC in this case to set up the late game, but tank late game might be what I actually want to do.
Bad news.
Oh, I should have saved that guy.
Add-on complete.
No, I'm gonna lose the Reaper. I don't know if it's worth it to trade the Reaper for a Zealot. I guess it is, because I've already gotten the information. Let's not lose that guy.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. This better be good. What's going on? Who won? Huh? SCV ready.
This seems like an operator.
Command center upgrade complete. Not
I didn't
enough.
forget to drop any mules. Take the Nagatar for a second there.
Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Not enough.
Oh, the 100 energy sentry. I'm scared.
Talk to me, boss. SCV
Oh my god, that was harsh.
wait. SCV ready.
Ready for dust.
I'm afraid this might not go to the late game that we want,
Not enough minerals.
because my opponent is kind of doing
SCV ready.
random shit here. Like, why are you even trying to poke the bunker, you know? Like, why?
Additional supply.
Why,
Not
Protoss
enough
friend?
minerals.
Why are we poking the bunker?
Not enough.
SCV ready.
You're just wasting APM.
Talk to. Where's the emergency? Now what?
And now we have a problem.
SCV ready.
Oh, especially if we don't pull the boys. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't kill anything there.
Been waiting. This better be good. We could use some help here.
Oh. It'd be nice to pick up those mines.
Reporting for action.
Not enough.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
The one
Me, boy.
lip here should save us from taking like any damage
Additional
whatsoever.
supply depots required.
Ready. Wait.
Our SCVs are under attack.
I'm in deep. SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Oh, somehow I
Your forces
misclicked
are
like
under attack.
Marines here.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Right. How can we help?
Fight or flight.
I think a Liberator and a Viking for the War Prison is worth it.
SCV ready.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Add-on complete.
I just say that to feel better
Insufficient
about
Vespene
wasting my
gas.
units. Whether I can actually heal my SCVs
By
here.
the numbers. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
And let's see if we can go into the late game.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade.
I mean, to be honest, it'd be kind of broken if Liberators were so strong now that you can just AFK into the late game as a Terran. Because that's something you can't do against Protoss. Because Liberators are not that amazing. You kind of have to keep the Protoss
Not
like
enough
small.
minerals.
And then you can
Not
make
enough
your way
energy.
to late game, you know? You can kind of slowly but steadily try and go into the late game, step by step. It's not really possible to skip the late game, the mid game entirely. You can't just do what I'm doing right now,
Not enough minerals.
and that's just defend and then
Insufficient.
take a third
Not
and
enough
then
minerals.
go Liberators and you're good to go. Because Liberators, they usually need like +2 attack to function.
Not enough minerals.
Without +2 attack,
Our SCVs
they're quite
are under attack.
weak.
Base. Not enough attack.
Why are you microing against my thing there?
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Stop it.
Not enough.
Triple CC though doesn't seem very good. Because like, you can just use the warp prism and kind of do whatever he wants. Like I have no counter to the prism.
Not enough.
I don't really
minerals.
want to make like Vikings right now.
SCV ready.
Insufficient. Add-on complete.
Well, now he's being a little bit silly.
SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Who won? You've been waiting.
Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Go, go, go. Go ahead.
Ready for dust off.
Additional. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. It's go time.
Research complete.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Additional mineral fields are under attack.
And you're like going into turrets. Oh no, wait, that's an adept. It's
Mineral
not a
field
zealot.
depleted. Not enough energy.
Wait, can't come. Engine stay your
Not
Ready for dust off.
Actually, I can already start making Liberators.
Not
If I want to AFK
not
into
enough
late game,
minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can already just start making them.
Not insufficient Vespine gas.
No problem.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Coming through.
Like usually I would never make Liberators without range.
Not enough. Mineral field depleted.
Oh yeah. I feel ya. In the rear. Armed and ready. This better be built here. I can't build here.
Reporting for action. Liberation is at hand.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
I should scout what he's up to. Just to confirm that he's
Insufficient
not doing
Vespine
something
gas.
really out of the ordinary.
Bad news.
Like a Tempest transition.
Scared me.
Like I'm just playing a kind of a weird game here. Like I actually am forcing the late game. I would never be doing that in a regular game, I think. I'm playing like way too passive.
ready.
Big job, huh?
Wait.
Research.
Storm.
Reporting for
Oh, a lot of storm. Yeah, this is an issue when they go High Templars and they don't have ghosts.
Base is under attack. Unacceptable landing zone.
Unfortunately, we actually are losing right now. He played pretty well in the end. But yeah, like, I just wanted to test out the lip,
SCVs.
so I kind of forgot about Storm. With just a couple ghosts, this is not an issue. I'm still surprised. Oh, he was on 3 bays only. Yeah, that was bad. I hope this was some pro gamer. At least. Doesn't look like it. Did we just lose against like a diamond player? No, not diamond, but he was pretty bad, wasn't he? Yeah, like going straight to late game like that doesn't work, like with tanks and stuff. I was obviously kind of just, I wanted to really test the Liberator, but then I lost because of that. I got too many things at once, I didn't build goals. Like just getting a few goals, then it's like all over. What is this? A PTR server, it's on NA. Yeah, it's kind of tough to force these kind of games. I want to try the Liberator, but I need to try naturally. But if I try naturally, like, I would just do one push and kill him, you know? Like, I need, like, a stronger opponent to go for, like, a normal late game, I guess. 5.3, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if he was 5.3, then I'd just do, like, a... If I go for the standard game, he would just die to the first attack. I just want to like kind of force myself into the late game, but then we lose to 5.3. There's too many steps that you have to take before that, basically. Gotta go into Ghost against High Templars. I can't skip the Ghost part when they are not getting Colossus, you know. But I really just wanted to try the lip, so I tunnel visioned. Like, if we look at the income in that game, I was way ahead, right? Yeah, like, look at the income. I just didn't build the right units. Like, I had so much income, but I built, like, tanks, tried to go into Liberators. Instead of all those tanks and lips, I could have gotten, like, some more Widow Mines, or just a couple ghosts. With, like, a couple ghosts, Storm is, like, nullified. It does 0. And now we are stuck again, not finding a game. Not many people play here, I guess. So it's kind of hard to find a game. Oh, some TVZ actually. TVZ is nice because the blue flame change is actually kind of big, I think. For maybe some cheeky mech, who knows?
Not enough minerals.
I'm always a believer in
Not
mech
enough
TVZ.
minerals.
SCV ready. I'm going.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay. TVZ is a little bit easier to test the changes.
SCV ready.
It's a lot easier to test the changes in TVZ.
Ben,
Since,
SCV ready.
against Zerg in general, you have like more freedom in the openings, you know.
What's going on? SCV ready.
We can do a blue flame opener for sure. I think we never go wrong with that type of stuff.
Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals.
In the rear.
Swarmers are something to consider.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
But if we just keep the game active enough, we can deny them.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. What? SCV ready.
I just have to play well, and then I think it's not an issue.
SCV ready. What's it worth? Death from above. All right. Nothing I can't hit. SCV ready. Agreed. Here comes the pain. That's all? Certainly. Bad news? Got what? You want something? What's it? SCV ready. What? You want something? Got something for me to kill? Phew. I'm listening.
Okay, we got a quick more awesome.
Add-on. Unacceptable. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough.
SCV ready. Bad news. Agree. We're screwed. Got
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. Ready to
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Okay, we're going into the blue flame.
SCV ready. What's it worth? Got something for me to kill. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Who wants some? What? I'm waiting. Huh? What? Death from a... I'm listening. SCV ready. What? Got.
Command center upgrade.
Ready to raise some hell.
Not enough.
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
Additional supply depots required.
I'm on one. I can't build
Okay,
SCV
we're
ready.
killing the overlord that is here.
Die.
It's always there, let's be honest.
Ready to raise some hell.
And then we go into another factory.
SCV ready.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots.
Ready to raise some hell.
Unacceptable landing zone. Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Research.
As well as the transition into double armory.
I'm listening. SCV ready.
And now, we just go in.
Some hell.
Just go in.
Raise some
Just go in.
Not enough minerals.
Hello. Two-shotting drones. Wow, two-shotting drones is amazing. Not gonna lie.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Yeah. Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Word. What's going on? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Yeah, always keep in mind I'm not playing against like
SCV ready.
super high MMR opponents.
I'm waiting
I
on
don't
you.
really know what level he is. I think you can kind of tell he might not be as high.
Waiting on you. What's going on? By the number. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise some hell.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah! Go. Man in the rear with the gear. Fueled up.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Who wants some? This better be good. What's going on? SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Huh? SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Roger that. You gonna give me orders? SCV ready. In the rear, in the gear.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Lay it on. Speak. Got no go ahead. What's that?
Oops.
Add-on complete.
Big job. What's our target?
Add-on complete.
We could use some help here.
Command center upgrade complete.
I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Speak. What's our target?
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Add-on complete. Unacceptable landing zone.
Liberation is at hand.
Insufficient.
Ready to raise some hell.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news. I'm going. Ready to raise some.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise some hell. Been waiting on you. You gonna give me orders?
Got reporting for action.
Show me.
Liberation is at hand.
Upgrade complete. Command center upgrade.
I can't build here.
Enemy
Mineral
contact.
field depleted.
We have you on screen. Got it. Attention. How can we help?
Cyclone.
Upgrade. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
All hands to battle station.
Unacceptable. Research complete. Base is under attack. Unacceptable. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Attention.
Man, these circles are big.
Some hell.
Cyclone receiving.
Ready to raise some hell.
Enemy contact. Show me.
Big job. Ah, you hear me? What's going on? In the rear with the gear.
Cyclone. Got it.
Command center upgrade.
Got any extra firepower?
Add-on complete.
Lay
We yes.
I can't build here.
Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Can we do something else? Like, fight, please.
Mineral field. Add-on.
Enemy contact.
Come on, bro.
Big job, huh?
Fight.
Got freedom. All hands
Fight!
to battle stations.
Fight me! There we go.
Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field completed. We are at maximum supply.
We're returning fire. Yes, sir.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
All hands to battle stations. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tough one. It's kind of annoying I never know where my opponents are. I would love to know that. The unsiege definitely feels a little bit nicer. Like being able to unsiege faster. The circle seems pretty big. Not sure what to make out of it yet. It doesn't seem like absolutely broken. I mean, we're talking about the Liberator. The Liberator is like a pretty bad unit. I'm not sure though. Playing Terran feels nice. That's all I gotta say. Like, it legit just feels fun. It feels like playing Protoss. Even better than that. Oh wait, I wanted to test something. I forgot about that. So what I wanted to test is this. Thor interaction. No, I think Brute Lords are not really an issue. Brute Lords are never really an issue. That's Terran. So what I wanted to see is how good are Thors against carriers now. Because I feel like with more splash, maybe they're good against interceptors. That could change some dynamics as well.
Go ahead.
So we're just gonna do like 20 Thors against 20 carriers? Well, let's do 15. I think 15 may be better. Oops. It's pretty loud. Okay, 3-3. First we do like the single target mode. This is with single target. We're just gonna aim move. Go. It's a wide open field, so the Thors are gonna spread if they have to. Well, I guess some of them are shooting the interceptors. That's annoying, but this is kind of a realistic scenario, I think. I don't know who comes out ahead. Looks like the Thors are. So obviously the Thors anti-air mode is not bad. But this is like what in practice never happens. In practice you have like not an open field. You have like other units like the Disruptor that take out the Thor. But what I want to see is how does it go now with the splash mode? So now we're doing the same thing, but with the splash mode. How is it gonna be? Do we have to do some retargeting like this? What if I hold position them? Wow! They actually did take out the interceptors, but the problem is they are now targeting the carriers themselves, you know? They're obviously not supposed to shoot the carriers, and there's no way to shoot the interceptors. So I have to micro a little bit, I guess. Like I have to like run away, you know, like run away. Then some of the interceptors come out, and then we go back like this. I mean, it's better. Is it that strong? I mean, I just lost 4 Thors already. It seems good though. It seems like this might actually be something. The question is, how can I get like the thing is, okay, I have a scenario. Like, let's say we have missile turrets or something. So what if we have a bunch of turrets? That could be our solution. Hold position should be enough. No, the problem is with hold position, they're gonna target like the carriers if they're in range. So hold position is definitely what you want to do, like this, so that the back doors are shooting the interceptors, but now the forward ones are not. And you can see now it goes a lot worse for the Thors. We actually lose 5 of them, nearly a 6th one. So it's better to like retarget. So just hold position doesn't work. I think what it seems to be is like you A move the carriers, and then you like go back, hold position, and then go back a little, hold position again. And then you don't do anything, I guess. But I'm not sure. It's fine either way, I guess. Hold position is definitely decent, yeah. But it's not really an issue in the first place. What we want is man, unit tester, how does this work? Instant building on. Instant building is on, why doesn't it instant build? Unlock tech tree. Now it works. What we want is we want a few turrets where we can hide, you know. So now, what if I have like the Thors in the back, and then the carriers go forward and they want to take out like the turrets here? What happens then? Thors are on hold position. And now we do like this. Yeah? Yeah. What if we shrink the Thor count to 10? Does it still work? 10 Thors? If they're like behind a turret line like this. And then if the interceptors come out, can my Thors target them? Yeah? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, there's 15 carriers, keep in mind. What if I only have 5? Or 6? Let's do 6 doors. EMP, and let's not make things complicated. EMP is not a realistic scenario. I think at least. Maybe it is. But EMP complicates a lot of things when playing mech, ideally. Okay, so it has limits, of course. Like here we reach a breaking point, but it's like 5 doors against 15 carriers, keep in mind. Now we're gonna add the EMPs against the interceptors. 5 doors only. Only 5. That doesn't work, doesn't work. 5 is way too little. Oh wait, it's 6, not 5, right? 6 doors, sorry. 6. It's a little bit too little, but then again, like the supply. Okay, let's do one last try where we do 10 is a good number and a bunch of ghosts. Get once again a couple turrets. Then we're gonna go in with the carriers. EMP, 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 bop, bop, bop. Hold position. It doesn't seem like EMP changes anything, really. Like, this was with all these EMPs. Like, 7 doors survive. And without the ghosts, we can try the same thing. Just doing the same thing. Clump them up a little bit. Have the Thors a little bit in the back. Man, the interceptors this time are flying everywhere. But as you can see, like, the EMPs actually didn't change much. Because this fight kind of went the same way. Well, now they're shooting the carriers. Like, as soon as they start shooting the carriers, things are really bad. Like, like in this case, the change that they made, that like, if a Thor is fighting a carrier, the Thor is gonna target the carrier, unless the carrier is outside the range, you know? So this carrier will be targeted, unless it flies far enough away, and now it targets the interceptor. If the Thor just automatically target the interceptor, this would be insane. If the Thor just automatically target the interceptor, this could be insane. And primarily I focus on the interceptors, because Vikings could be a great combination, you know? Having like the Thors to take out the interceptors, and then the Vikings to do the rest. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. But it doesn't seem overpowered. It seems a lot more powerful. That's for sure. Like the splash mode is a lot better. Like, let's restart the game. Like, I'm gonna restart the game now. We do the same unit tester in the current patch. And just do a comparison quickly. This is actually interesting, I think. You can still switch attack move after... Yeah, you can. You can switch the mode. But it takes some time, and usually there's a ground army underneath, you know? So it doesn't work. Like, in theory, like, if it's pure Thor against pure carrier, yes. But in practice, it always goes a lot different. Like, you can't... Like, theory crafting has its limits, basically. Theory crafting has its limits. You can only go so far. You can't... You can't go that deep. Like, this is something you would have to try in a real game of StarCraft. It's an option, no denial, but this is something you can't test in the unit tester. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be the play to, like, switch the mode and then target the carriers. What I'm thinking about is just a way to get rid of the interceptors. Like, similar to Liberators, you know? Like, just similar to, like, Libs, basically. Just with more range. Like, the issue with Liberators is they don't have a lot of range. And they're very kind of hard to micro. So yeah, this is the same patch. Not the same patch, the current patch. So we do the same, 15 Thors against 15 carriers, fully upgraded. We're doing the same test quickly. So this is with the current Thor. And the issue here is it has a lot more range in the anti-air mode. So they will probably target like the carriers, right? So I'm doing the same thing. I'm waiting until the interceptors come out, and then I go a little bit in the back like this. And as you can see, they are targeting too much like the carriers. And it doesn't work the same way, right? This doesn't work. You see a difference for sure. Question is if that difference is good enough, or if carriers are still too good, you know, against mech primarily. but you can see the difference now. In the new patch, the Thors can actually take out all the interceptors and you lose only 4 or 5. But here, no way. I can't take out the interceptors because the Thors will just target the carriers. Like I have to run away forever like this. But like every time I run away, like my Thors are like penguins. They are so terrible at running away. So like only some of them will shoot the interceptors and some of them will shoot the carriers. So this is just completely hopeless. Like the Protoss could also like split the carriers, you know? We can also like split the carriers to make sure that the Thors are like not dealing as much splash. Like them getting this much splash is unrealistic. Once again, this is the most unrealistic scenario. You're never gonna have like a scenario like this where you have 15 carriers against 15 Thors in an open field. Like this is the best case for Thors. It can't be better than this. This is the absolute best case. You fight an air unit, open field, it's best case. Because the air unit, it can use the high ground. It can fly on high grounds. It can use ramps and stuff. Like if I switch the position, well this map doesn't have good positions. Like if I swap the positions, and now like we're working with like choke points and stuff, or like ramps like this, it's like a lot worse for the Thors basically. Because then they don't have space to run away. They get cornered. The carriers can fly away from them because there's like a high ground, etc. Like now I can't even like have, I don't even have any chance of like killing the interceptors, as you can see. Because I have no space for running away in this case. So yeah, the issue is they attack the carriers. But even if they didn't, I don't think they would be that good. So yeah, that's definitely something to maybe test in the game, but I think it's not good enough. I think the Thor against like the carrier is not good enough. It looks okay. It's not like the worst thing. It's not like fighting zealots with SCVs, you know. It's not like we're fighting SCVs with zealots. But it's not amazing. It's like playing TVT with like mass marauders instead of marines or something like that, you know. It's like playing tank marine, but you don't play tank marine, you go marauder tank or something. Or bio, like marine marauder tank. It's like playing a TVT, but you go for marine marauder tank. It's not absolutely terrible, like marine tank is just better. Cleaner and better. But it's like really not great. It can work, like I'm sure I could win against some really good players in TVT, tank marine versus tank marine, if I added a couple marauders to my composition. It's just not something you want to do. It's not something that is strong. It's not optimal. It's like far from optimal. Making marauders to your marine army is like not optimal. Same as like making Thors against carriers. I think it's okay, it's doable. We can maybe do a troll game where it works. But nah, I don't think it's quite as good enough. Unfortunately. Mech and TVT are strong. Mech and TVT, I don't know. Nothing really changed for TVT. Except the blue flame and 2-shotting SCVs, but... Or 3-shotting? 2-shotting? What is it? They 2-shot, right? No. But it doesn't make a real difference in TVT, I think. Two-shot, yeah. Something, but I don't think it makes a huge difference. Thoughts on mech if the patch goes through? Not much. I still think it's not good enough. It's just weaker than bio, you know. So, I don't really see the point of it. It's kind of funny that Thors can take out interceptors like somewhat reasonably. I think that's sort of funny. That's a little bit like a funny dynamic for sure. But besides that, man, they're not like absolutely imba against those, you know. Like in order for something like mech to work, they need like bigger changes in the game. They need bigger changes. But bigger changes are not gonna happen if like the balance council consists of pros that have to agree on something, as I've already talked about. Because of how the balance council works, so if like only pros in it and they like basically they discuss changes, it's like if you have like a discussion between a pro Zerg, Protoss and Terran, like it's not about like making the game better, it's about making a race like the strongest. That's always the issue. It's like, why would you try and like get your race nerfed, you know? So even if like Terran is broken, like I would still try and make Terran like better even if I was part of it, just because it benefits me. It's just how humans work, I think. It's normal. Money, power, whatever is everything basically.
Not enough minerals.
Top 10 StarCraft player, me? At the moment,
enough minerals.
I'm always top 10. Of course.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Yep.
Not enough minerals.
Wanna see some mech?
Bad
Not enough minerals.
Can I
Not
do it
enough
on this map?
minerals.
SCV
I
ready.
don't know. This map seems hard for mech.
In the rear with the gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's how humans work, you know.
Additional supply depots required.
I just talk so openly about it because I'm not part of it. Like, if I was part of it, I wouldn't tell you guys that I'm, like, biased. Like,
Not enough minerals.
I would
Not
obviously
enough
keep it, like, a
minerals.
secret. But I can, like, be open about it. Like,
What's
I'm
going on?
part of it anyways.
Big job. Huh? SCV ready.
It's very hard if you're having a group of people that consists of pros to have, like, a genuine discussion about pros. About, like, balance, if the changes actually, like, matter, if they are actually responsible for the changes. Because if I'm like in a meeting with like ESL and like some other pros and we discuss changes, and they propose like the change, any Terran nerf, you know,
What's going?
like even if I think it's reasonable, I would still try and poker, try and like be reasonable to get like a buff in return, or like reduce the nerf or deny the nerf all together or whatever. It's like, that's just how it works. Yeah, it goes deeper than that. That's how politics work. Like, you can't be just like the nice, reasonable, honest, whatever guy in politics. It doesn't work like that.
SCV ready. In the rear with the what?
It's like there's gonna be someone who's greedy, there's gonna be people that are not honest, that gonna abuse it, you know? And it seems like in this case the Terrans are doing a good job in the balance council, because honestly, Terran always gets the most fun changes, it looks like. Like Terran, at least they get like some redesigns, like the Cyclone, whatever.
Not enough.
But yeah, like, you can't, like, it doesn't work because people are not, like, some people are not honest, you know. Maybe part of the balance council, they are honest and they just want the best for the game. But no, no way, no way.
Not enough.
Who are you joking to? There's no way, like, if there's like 100 people in there, or let's say 20 people, if there's like 20 pros in the balance council that are, like, are responsible,
Not enough.
there's at least gonna be a handful that are dishonest and just try and like get their buff race buffed, you know.
Not enough minerals.
Same in politics. There's always people that don't want the best, they just want to make money, they are greedy, they are whatever. You get the idea. It's the same in StarCraft. Oh shit. What is this? How is he like proxying me and we just defended without even scouting? Do you see
Not
the
enough
risky?
minerals.
I saw some of it, yeah. Okay, against two Marauders I can't fight
Not enough
properly.
minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
SCV
Not enough minerals.
Ready. Waiting on you. Now what?
Command center upgrade complete.
Optics online.
Not enough minerals.
Bad news?
Got it. Console.
Been waiting. SCV ready. Huh?
I always take Hastem as an example because in the past he has defended some changes that like Zergs propose.
Not enough minerals.
I think, for example, Hastem, I don't know if he's active in the Balance Council or whatever.
Not enough minerals.
He's probably someone I would trust, you know.
Minerals.
Hastem, for example, I would actually trust on the balance changes and whatever. I think he's actually more like an honest guy than I'm trying to get my race like buffed. Obviously, I can't be so open about it. I can never trust Hastem anymore now because I just said it so casually, you know. I just revealed that I would trust Hastem, but now I can't trust him anymore because he might abuse it.
Life flights?
But yeah, jokes aside,
Additional
I think he's, for
supply
example, someone who I would put like trust in. If I was like responsible, if I was ESL or whatever. If I didn't say that out loud, I could still trust him. Now obviously I can't trust him anymore. Now I have to be a little bit careful. You can't say like, oh, I trust you 100% in public like that. Like, you never know, they're gonna abuse it then. Like now ESL is gonna be like, yeah, because HeroMarine said we trust Hastem, he's now the Balance Council, and that's when he gets this on it, this genuine. Like, no, we don't trust Hastem, but we sort of do.
Unacceptable landing zone.
I always say he's mind controlled by the Zerg cabal, basically. Hastem is not a parasite. There was a meme once on like Reddit or whatever, Twitter or whatever, I saw it. That was pretty funny. The Zerg cabal like Nor parasited Hastem basically. That's why he is
Current state.
he's giving Protoss like nerfs, you know. Like, of course Protoss is getting nerfed if there's one nice guy that like actually agrees on a nerf, you know. Like that one Protoss that like says, yeah, actually that sounds reasonable. Protoss needs a
Not enough.
that
minerals.
nerf.
Ready to blunder.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
That's not the best attack. Oh, we need to mine this too.
Ready to blunder.
But yeah, I think you understood what I meant, basically.
Been waiting. SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. Ready to blunder.
Mineral field depleted.
I definitely think there's some pros that are part of the Balance Council that are actually like reasonable in what they mean, you know, like actually genuine. Like they would even like nerf their race if it was actually overpowered in their
Not
opinion.
enough minerals.
That's kind of what I meant.
Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespene.
But most people wouldn't. Like most people, there's no way they would get their race nerfed.
Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Fueled up, ready to go.
I have more Vikings than he has.
Ready to blunder.
Not enough minerals. Insufficient.
This better be good.
Clem should be honest. I have no idea because I'm not part of the Balance Council. So I don't know what they actually type there or discuss, you know. I've never heard like any take from like any pros. I've just seen like what Hastem was doing like in the last patch, defending like Zerg buffs and whatever. So I don't know. I can't, I don't know. I can tell you that Terrans probably tend to be more like the not genuine people, I think. Terrans are probably like Terran pro gamers. They probably would not want their race to get nerfed. So I think they are the most likely to try everything they can in their power to not get nerfed. I think Zergs are kind of like doomed a little bit because in the past they have dominated. So Zerg is a race that gets like nerfed by default because they have dominated way too much in the past. And Protoss, I think, is the race that tends to be the most yes-mans, you know. Because Protoss doesn't even have like great players, so they don't really have any like real opinion, basically. It's like some people that are like legit like capable of like winning the world championship or whatever, they are probably going to be more interested in changes. While like we have so many like average Protosses that are like top 50 GM, they probably don't care what happens to the balance, you know. So there's like more successful Terrans than like successful Protoss at the moment. So therefore, the more success you have, probably the more unreliable you get. Let's put it that way. Hold on, I need to get some water. I'll play one last game for today, but then I'm gone. Be right back. Protoss don't have great players now in late 22 or not at all. Well, the thing about Protoss, it's a little bit of a joke race. Like nobody takes Protoss serious because then you have people like Reyna or Clem that just off race with Toss, and they are as good as like the best players with Protoss, that main race Protoss, you know. That's the issue, or one of the issues. Nobody really takes the Protosses that serious. Kind of for a good reason, honestly. Like, if like someone like Clem just off races and is as good as like the top 5 Protosses in the world, it's kind of silly. Like, do that with Zerg or Terran and then we can talk, you know. Like, if there was like a TOS player that suddenly played Terran at like 6.5k or more, I'd be like, okay, now we're talking. Now I listen to you. What do you have to say? But that's one of the reasons Protoss is kind of the race that everybody looks down at, basically, like Zergs and Terrans in particular. And I think it's honestly a valid reason, like, the fact that people like Reyna, Clem, or even Maru, they can just jump on Protoss off-race and get higher MMR than some of the pro gamers, or the same MMR, is just ridiculous. The main point is, like, people want to nerf Protoss because of how easy it is. That's the main point I'm trying to make. Not, like, being, like... Or I'm not really dissing the Protosses, like, themselves that much. It's more about how easy the race is, which I think is why people want to nerf the race, including myself. I would want to nerf some things on Protoss because of how easy it is compared to the other races. And I think that's a very valid argument, because if we like go even deeper in this deep talk, like my opinion is also that Protoss kind of ruined the game to some extent, because like the ladder is like full of Protoss, you know. I think there's a lot of Terrans and Zergs out there that quit the game because of how dominant Protoss is at a certain MMR. Now, I'm just talking about my MMR and below. I'm not talking about Clem or whatever. If you want to know about like the top level balance, I'm honestly not even the right person to ask. You would have to ask somebody like Clem, I feel like. But then it's the question, is he going to be genuine about it or not? Would he be 7k with toss? No.
Not enough.
I don't think I'd be 7k with toss. I mean...
Not enough minerals.
That would make
Not
me like a
enough
world
minerals.
championship Protoss, you know? There's no way.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
I don't even know. This expansion, then this one, and this one, I guess? I don't know how to expand on this map.
SCV ready. Huh?
What would I change? I have never thought about it, I don't know. There's one thing I would do, I'm gonna make a YouTube video on that probably. I would remove rapid fire from the game
Not
and
enough
repeat
minerals.
rate garbage. That's one
Not
thing I
enough
would do.
minerals.
And then you can balance the game
Not
around
enough
that.
minerals. Not
Like, you
enough
shouldn't be able to
minerals.
hold down buttons to produce units, basically. Rapid fire should not exist, and you shouldn't be able to, like, hold down a button and make, like, 100 Zerglings at once. That should not be possible, in my opinion.
SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. Go
It's
ahead.
one thing I think that works in Stormgate. In Stormgate, there is no rapid fire or repeat rate bullshit. In Stormgate, like, as far as I am aware of, like, everything is mechanical, basically, so
Bad news.
you actually do have to make like a click. You have to click every action you do. It's not like you hold down a button and you make like 100 actions at once, or you hold down a button and it like left mouse clicks for you or whatever.
Command center upgrade complete.
Queuing Marines would be a torture. You know that nobody holds down in order to make, like, holds down the Marine button to produce Marines. Like, I always click everything. Everything I do, I click. Except, like, something like Ghost and Snipe. That's what I rapid fire. But every Marine, every unit that I make is a singular click. Unless I'm playing a TVZ and I'm, like, 8-raxing. That's the only case in which I would hold down the Marine button. If I 8-rax against Zerg.
What's it worth? I'm going. Let's go. What? You want something? Yeah. SCV ready.
It would nerf the Ghosts in a way that, like, people want it to be nerfed, I think. Because honestly, like, seeing people go, like, use the Ghost at high level,
Best field gas.
that is not skill to me now. Well, obviously there's micro to it. But honestly, when I see people, like, use the Snipe ability or whatever,
Not enough minerals.
it's like no skill.
Not
Same with,
enough
like,
minerals.
Ravager biles.
Not
Like, of
enough
course, with
minerals.
Ravager Vials, there's some aim or whatever. But to me, that's not like actual skill to like hold down the button and just auto snipe, you know? Hover the mouse.
What's going on? Huh? What? You want
Or like producing zealots and stalkers by like holding down the zealot hotkey and hovering the mouse. Yeah, wow, great skill.
fear the... Huh?
You take out key mechanics in the game that not even everybody has access to because it's like external settings that you have to change. In order to use rapid fire, you have to like change some settings in your Windows that go deeper than, like, you have to go in the register editor, registry edit, or however it's called, and then change things manually there in order to get a good repeat rate and then use rapid fire. You have to go like in the StarCraft folder to change that as well.
Command center upgrade complete.
Like in the Explorer, StarCraft variables. Oh my god, I didn't get that. And then you have to change it there. It's like kind of silly. Why does this guy have 20 overlords on my side of the map?
SCV ready. I'm the big cat from... God, what's it? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
And why is there always like overlord cliffs on these maps?
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What? In the rear.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Yes. SCV ready. I'm listening. SCV ready.
Optics online.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Being able to like two-shot drones is definitely huge.
SCV ready. Been waiting. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go.
Not enough minerals. Insufficient. Not enough. Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV
Lost some
ready.
Zerglings there. Some Zerglings I lost on SCVs there.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Optics online.
Not enough
Go
minerals.
away, Overlord, finally.
Not enough minerals.
Outstanding.
Got it.
What's going on? In the rear. SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go.
Not enough minerals.
Obviously, if you remove rapid fire from the game or holding down the key to produce units, you would have to buff Zerg, for instance, because Zerg in the past, I feel like they got nerfed a lot. And reasons is because of how easy it is to just spam like 1 million banelings, because there's no skill to it. It's literally just holding down the button.
Not enough minerals.
So Zergs has gotten, like Zergs have gotten nerfed in the past a lot because of that.
Not enough minerals.
They have gotten so many nerfs for that reason ultimately.
Show me.
SCV ready.
Got it. Systems go. Cyclone.
Oh, there's the Overlord. Let's kill it.
Optics online.
Upgrade complete.
Fueled up, ready to go. I can't build.
Wait, what? Why can't I take the gas there? Oh, there's mineral blocking it. What the fuck? How much is it? Oh, 150? What is this?
Add-on complete.
I just wanted to take this base because of the rich gas, and now I see it It's like, I can't take it.
Not enough minerals.
150? I can't drop a mule on it? Wait, that's a bug. That's a mule bug. I can mine here, right? Yeah. I can drop a mule on it. It's all good.
What's going on?
Terran busted again.
Ready to raise some hell. Ready to raise some hell. I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required. Command center upgrade. Additional supply. Mineral field. Research complete.
I can't build here.
Optics online. Let's go.
Ready to raise some hell. Talk to me, boss.
Base is under
I'm in a
attack.
heap of trouble. I'm in deep.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to raise some hell.
There's another. Man, this is so annoying.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Yes, sir.
Bad news. I can't build here. By the number.
Need some.
Upgrade complete.
Been waiting. Go ahead. By the numbers, boys. This. By the. Huh? Yes. Bad news. I can't build here.
Liberation is at hand.
Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Reporting
Our
base.
SCVs are under attack. Mineral Command center upgrade complete.
By the numbers. SCV ready. Been waiting.
Yep. Nathan, we have you on screen.
Armed and ready.
Enemy contact.
Liberation is at hand. Easy.
SCV ready.
Reporting for action.
Mineral field depleted. Add-on complete.
I mean, this game was just over from the start, honestly.
Yes, sir. Easy. Need some.
Command
All hands to battle stations.
not enough mineral. Mineral field depleted.
How can we help? Report. As you say.
Not enough minerals.
We're returning fire.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's go.
Research.
Huh?
Systems go. Cyclone ready.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Optics online.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Optics online. Let's go kill.
Not enough minerals.
I'm in deep.
Command center upgrade complete.
Commander.
What's the hydro dash?
All hands to battle stations.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
He used rapid fire, so he holds down a button. What do you mean? Like, of course I use rapid fire. Like, are you saying like I complain about rapid fire, but you use it? Like, what is that logic? Like, I use rapid fire because obviously I have to. It's super useful. But honestly, like, without rapid fire, the sieges there would be better. Because with rapid fire, they tend to clump up. Clicks. Yeah. Let's see. The Hellions, they don't one-shot Zerglings, but the two-shot on a drone is actually quite useful. Blue flame openings seem to be quite powerful, maybe. If the Zerg doesn't have a precise response, like walling or roach-worn or something. Thoughts on the Liberator change? I have no thoughts yet, really. I haven't played like real games yet. It seems kind of nice so far. You didn't know I was streaming? And I've been streaming forever. I use rapid fire for Mule, yeah. But not very often. Just in late game. The Hellion Blue Flame buff? Then the Liberator? I don't know, I'm playing like really low level opponents, like I don't know what level my opponents are, you know, maybe this guy was like not even Master League, who knows? Well, he was Master, but I'm playing people I don't really know, so hard to say. Opponent was GM, okay, that's nice at least. I like to use rapid fire for Liberators, but like I said, it's not mandatory. Like Liberator, it's just laziness a lot of times. Rapid fire for Terran is only important for Ghosts. Like Ghosts are so much better with rapid fire than without. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't like this automatic like play style or whatever you want to call it. Gameplay. I don't like this automatic gameplay with like rapid fire or like holding down buttons to make 100 Zerglings. I actually want them to like make every single Zergling individually. Like of course it would like make the game imbalanced and Zerg would struggle. But then you just buff Zerg, you know, make them like actually have like stronger units again. And more mechanical gameplay. Like more mechanical gameplay for Zerg as well. I feel like Terran is pretty good race because of how mechanical it is, you know. Actually, it requires a lot of skill. But if you have the skill and the detail, then your units can be really strong, you know. They need to replace... No, I mean, Zergling is 50 minerals. Marine is 50 minerals. Like, making Zerglings is the same like making Marines. And I don't hold the button to make Marines. They just have to sometimes click more because of Baneling morphing and stuff like that. Of course. But like I said, you can buff Zerg. Like if you remove something like Rapid Fire, at the same time you can buff Zerg again. Like they nerfed the Baneling to oblivion because people would just spam like 50 Banelings every game. And just roll them in. Because it's like so easy, you know, it's that simple. You just hold down the button, make like a million units. The macro's like super easy. But then of course you have to like nerf the Baneling a billion times because it's like too powerful. And I feel like the better approach would be to remove that entirely, like the fact that the macro mechanics are so easy. And just, yeah, just buff the Baneling again, you know, that kind of stuff. What do you think of the ghost not getting enough? I think it's reasonable. I think TVZ balance comes down a lot to the maps, and the map pool is not Terran like super favored in TVZ, then it's tough. Thank you, Benny. Yeah. Yeah, I basically want the game to be more mechanical. Like, Terran is already pretty mechanical, if you know what I mean. Like, Terran already can't really hold down buttons. Like, the only times where rapid fire and holding down a button for Terran comes into play is Ghost, Snipe, Liberator, Siege, and, like, Marine Production when you're Atraxing, I guess. But even that is not necessary. Rapid fire for Protoss and Zerg makes their macro mechanics so much easier. Yamato has a downside though, it overlaps, so you use like the same Yamato on like the same unit, which you don't want. So for Yamato, rapid fire has a downside. But Zerg, like macro with rapid fire and a high repeat rate, and that is the problem, I think. That's what really separates the races, and it shouldn't be like that. Like if you look at Zerg, or Protoss, they warp in their units with it, which I think is quite silly. Either way, I need to go offline, guys. I need to go offline. I'm gonna meet some friends today again. So I'm gonna take the evening off. But I'm gonna be back again tomorrow with a similar stream. I'm just gonna like stream daily, I guess. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna drink beer. I'm a healthy man. I don't do drugs. So yeah, thank you guys a lot for watching. Let me set up the raid to Roddy. And then I will leave you. He's doing some show matches. So yeah. See you then. Bye bye.